Hello, everybody. This is Luke.
And I'm Elijah. And we are the Eagles of Steel. So, we're back with football again. And guess what we're talking about? Quarterbacks.
Oh, boy, yeah.
You ready? This is going to be a top 10 list of the quarterbacks going into next season. And we're going to have probably a very different list, I'd say. What do you think? Do you think we're going to be different, or are we going to be like copycats?
Our top 5 list will probably be similar.
But the rest of it is probably going to be all different all over the place. So, let's do this. We're going to do an honorable mention first. My number 11, or my only honorable mention today, is Bo Nix. I don't think he's going to be... He's going to be great. Don't get me wrong. He's definitely going to be a solid QB. Going to lead his team to the playoffs again, I think. And I don't see him being in top 10 just because he still needs a lot of weapons around him to really develop.
I actually also have Bo Nix.
You're copying me!
That's my honorable mention. I'm. That's what I have. That's why, like he's. I know he's a solid QB, but like where are the weapons around him? Like, he needs something. Like,
his only weapon's Courtland Sutton. It's pretty sad. Now, what's your number 10?
Kind of curious what your reaction would be to this one. I have Baker Mayfield at number 10. I know it's very interesting, but
he's good.
Like, he has an O-line to help him for protection. He has two major weapons on the outside.
Yeah. Third and possibly now if Emeka Egbuka does good.
I'm the best.
Yeah, and with Evans having that 1,000-yard year, so
yeah,
I feel like Mayfield deserves to, like, he's not like elite, but he's decent, I'd say.
Number 10, Dak Prescott. Yeah, here we go.
Start here. Look out!
In all seriousness, now, when he's healthy and his O-line protects him, he's actually a good QB. You have to admit it. He's good. Like, because people are like, well, he can't make it past the wild card, can't make it past the divisional when he gets there, and I'm like, yeah, so neither can Josh Allen half the time.
But now, you're gonna die.
So it's like, you know what I mean? You got to give him the benefit of the doubt. Like, sometimes.
Promise.
And plus, it's the playoffs. Like, and it's not always him that chokes. A lot of times it's his team too.
Just like Buffalo.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I don't think Dak Prescott is anywhere near a Josh Allen level, but he is still, I think, a solid QB, and I think it's going to be an interesting division next year with him plus Jalen and Jane Daniels all fighting for it. My number 9 is Baker Mayfield. Got him very similar. Again, his weapons, Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, are insane. Plus having guys like Cade Otton at tight end, plus Emeka Egbuka as wide receiver 3, plus the great O-line they have, plus their defense, like able to keep them in the games at all times while Baker cooks. So it's like it's great to watch the Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield play. So they're probably gonna win the division.
Like normal. At my number 9, I have Jordan Love at the number 9 spot. I know it's a controversial one, but he's not that bad of a QB as people say he is. I mean, he just doesn't have the weapons that he needs. Like, he has decent ones, and they also just picked one up in the draft too.
That's true.
So
now, yeah, but Jordan Love's a little tough because he can throw a lot of touchdowns, but he can also throw a lot of picks. Like, he can be very detrimental to his team while also saving it. So it's like kind of like Brett Favre.
Oh yeah.
But in all seriousness, now, like I don't. That's why I didn't have him, just because he's extremely inconsistent.
Well, number 8, Matthew Stafford.
Oh, I didn't even include him either.
I decided to include him. Obviously, super good weapons that he has. I forgot who they pick up at the wideouts.
They had Devontae Adams now, but they got rid of Cooper Kupp for Devontae Adams.
Well, it's equal, like
about equal, I'd say.
So it really doesn't change the like elite level. We'll also include Puka Nacua as well. So
yeah.
Stafford's he may be getting up in his years, but he still has that talent.
My number 8, Super Bowl MVP Jalen Hurts.
What a load of bullshit.
At the 8th spot?
Yes. Here's why. Jalen Hurts, so much talent. I know Baker Mayfield's similar to this, but Jalen Hurts has even better talent with guys like A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, one of the best O-line in the league, Saquon Barkley.
And you include him with the number 8.
And I put him at number 8. I'd say I couldn't really put him much higher, but I also felt like I couldn't put him much lower either. I don't see Jalen Hurts as a guy who could carry the team. I definitely see him as a good QB. He's definitely able to sustain the team very well and is able to have the touch push. But once that thing gets banned, probably by next season, I don't know what's going to happen to his skills.
Down here, salt is a way of life.
So,
I don't think that banning it's going to matter.
but that's been one of his secret weapons this whole time. Or secret weapons. So,
Like I said, I don't think it's going to matter.
yeah. But I'm sorry you're salty, but I just have a feeling that Jalen Hurts is number 8. It's not bad. He's still here. I just think there's 7 other QBs that I would actually choose over him. Number 7 is Brock Purdy from the Niners. So with Brock Purdy, like, you got to be interested in this because everyone calls him what I was just calling Jalen Hurts. Game manager, Mr. Irrelevant, all those names. But when I watch him play, he's a guy who I think can literally carry his team. If he has to carry it, he will carry it. Like, he puts his... I know Jalen Hurts also does this, where he puts his body on the line, and he even had enough to get a concussion a little bit last year.
I get it!
Brock Purdy is similar, but the thing is, he's not as fast, but I think his throwing accuracy is a lot better than Hurts's, and I think he's going to prove it this year, especially with him losing weapons. I think Brock Purdy's going to show that he can still sling that rock regardless of the weapons.
Now, my number 7, Jaden Daniels. I figured I'd include him up here. Wow, what a rookie season he had.
And are you sure he was a rookie?
You gotta be kidding. This is going to be too easy.
He is a very good QB in year 2 breakout, maybe.
He here his year 1 was a breakout. I don't know what this next year's going to be, but if it's any better than this one,
Year 2 superstar.
yeah, like that'd be insane.
That's what it feels like with me with Jaden Daniels. He similar to Jalen in a way. What I think, like, is running and his throwing as well.
Now, what's your number 6?
I have Goff.
Jared Goff.
I
Okay.
have Jared Goff at 6. Detroit with weapons, but Goff is one of those QBs. Also, he can put a team on his back as well with himself.
We've seen it a few times last season.
That's why he's number 6.
My number 6 is Jaden Daniels. I think Jaden Daniels is everything that Jalen Hurts is, but better. He has, now, the only thing difference is that Jalen Hurts is stronger, obviously, because he's a major bench presser. But Jaden Daniels, I think, is faster. He is more accurate. And he didn't need all those great weapons to prove that he's a great guy. And he's calm under pressure, insanely calm. Even when he's down by a lot of points, he is calm.
He had one good weapon on that offense last year.
Which was McLaurin. And that was it. But he made these other scrubs look great.
I own you!
My number 5 is Jared Goff. Now, obviously, everyone's going to think, well, isn't he just another game manager? What the world?
Goff's a little bit different.
But here's the thing, because you said it the way I would have. He carries his team on his back when he needs to. But there's also some great talent and great coaching that he's with. And he's just proving that he can be extremely consistent when he needs to be. And Goff, that's why I just really have a lot of respect for Jared Goff on that team. The Lions are going to be a great team. So
You kind of have a feeling when I have it number 5.
Yeah.
Jalen as at 5.
Yep.
It's not just his secret weapon that he has as with the quarterback sneak. He has other weapons he can throw to and give the ball to as well. He is also like Daniels. He can be very calm under pressure. He wasn't at the start of his career in the NFL, but once he started getting going, he became more and more calm. Now, my number 4. Let's start off with the elites.
Oh yeah.
Burrow for me to started off. Joe Burrow at 4.
Okay.
Here's the thing: major weapons on that offense.
Jamar Chase be like.
It's over 9,000!
Anyway.
That's what I'm trying to say here.
Yeah.
He's all out throwing. He doesn't have There's the problem. He doesn't have a defense to help him.
Doesn't have a defense or that much of a good run game.
That's the only problem.
But that's what makes him so special for me.
I'm sure you have him higher than that.
My number 4 is Patrick Mahomes.
You what?
Yes, I went there. I have him at number 4 in the more of like a higher, slightly above average in the midsection of the top QBs. And it's because after seeing that Super Bowl and realizing how much, not only is he getting carried by the refs, but also getting carried by his coaching and Andy Reid. Andy Reid is a great coach, and he's able to really make anybody look good. So, if Patrick Mahomes was, let's say, on like the New York Giants, the Giants would still be trash.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
He wouldn't be good enough to lead them. So, for me, like, the only reason why he's up here is because of his success. I just don't know if he can actually be the leader that everyone thinks he is.
Well, we got for your 3.
Lamar Jackson. Now, this one's tricky because Jackson by talent alone is extremely good. However, inconsistency is his weakness. Sometimes, like, there's gonna be some weeks where he can carry his team and do whatever the heck he wants, but then sometimes there's this week where he throws like 2 picks, like fumbles it twice, and loses, like only scores like 17 points the entire game. Usually the Steelers. But but it's like, I don't know what happens with Lamar sometimes. But that's why he's not number 1 or 2. But when he's on, he's on. So
My number 3, I have Mahomes.
oh, okay.
Patrick Mahomes. Like you were saying earlier, he's not my 1 or 2 because seeing that Super Bowl is like, oh wow. Okay,
Yeah.
when a good defense is shown, he's like,
And nobody's blocking.
oh, it shows that reps aren't helping him. He is still pretty good in the regular season, always,
And
like,
in the playoffs.
and playoffs. But well, obviously with the 2 Super Bowls, but when he came to a good defense,
And then you're number 2, sir.
I got Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
I got number 2.
Makes sense.
Our top 4 are similar, but they're
switched around.
Switched around a little bit. Yeah, like you said, like he does have the inconsistency. Unlike number 1, you're right. When he's on, he's on. Like he can rush for like three or 4 touchdowns from like long distances
I know.
and stuff like that. Like it's crazy.
He's ridiculous.
And his throwing arm on the run, especially too under pressure, he can throw really good.
It
Like,
can be deadly.
That's why you gotta keep him contained.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah,
And even then, you can't even contain him with QB contains. So,
yeah, literally.
but now, this was the toughest decision between 1 and 2 for me.
Oh, I'm sure.
Number 2, Josh Allen.
Tell me what your number 1 is.
Yes. Now, with Josh Allen, people are going to be like booing me in the comments saying, how's he not number 1? Or how's Lamar not number 1? The reason why I put Josh Allen at 2 and the other guy at 1 is that one guy has a defense, the other one doesn't. And Josh Allen, yes, he carries that team.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
The fact that he can't just get past anybody in the playoffs to get to a Super Bowl is unfortunate. That's his only downfall, and that's why, number 1, Joe Burrow.
How original.
Wow, man, I'm surprised.
With Joe Burrow being number 1, here's why. Because everyone's going to be like, well, Joe Burrow has the weapons. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, all that fun stuff. Which, yes, that's true. And that is awesome. But here's the thing. Joe Burrow had to force his team to a 9-8 record after his defense is super minute
I was born with glass bones and paper skin.
and did absolutely nothing, while Josh Allen actually at least had a defense supporting him in the background.
Somewhat.
Yeah. And Joe Burrow had no offensive line, no run game, and he still was able to sling that rock and get insane numbers. Joe Burrow was insane last year and so underappreciated. I considered Joe Burrow's last season like a Drew Brees season.
Like someone good season
Where Drew
record.
Brees could pass all he wanted but still end up going 9-8 because his defense was trash. It's happened a few times. Yeah, that's my number 2 and 1.
Well, my number 1's kind of obvious here. Mm-hmm. NFL MVP Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Like you said, he carries his team on his back all the time. Like, not only that, but he also has a really good run game to go along with it. You forgot to mention that.
Oh yeah, but James Cook.
James Cook, yeah.
Oh yeah, but I did kind of mention it because that was my comparison between him and Joe Burrow.
Well, they
Is
both
that Joe Burrow didn't have a run game, didn't have a defense, didn't have an offensive line. Josh Allen had all that.
That's for true. I guess you kind of did mention that. The thing about Allen is a freaking playmaker he is with his legs. He's big, strong, and can make ridiculous plays with himself.
The play of the year in the NFL.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That play was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't even know which one we're choosing to.
Yeah. But dude, Josh Allen was so fun to watch. But so is Joe Burrow. And so is Lamar Jackson.
Like all
Everyone
these,
is more annoying to play.
some of these majority of these QBs are fun to play with.
Oh yeah.
Fun to watch. Oh, there you go. There's our
our top 10 plus our honorable mention. And if you guys agree or disagree, please put that in the comments. We'd love to see what you guys think. Also, hit that like button. We hope that you guys are liking what we're doing. And of course, subscribe. We would love, we got back to 100. We're hoping to get more and continue to hopefully grow. As always, this is Elijah.
And this is Luke.
And we are the Eagles of Steel. Bye.